Hey guys, 22 Plinkster here. I'm in a little bit different setting than you are used to seeing me. I'm not in Tennessee, I'm actually in South Texas, doing a little bit of hunting, a little bit of guiding, and thought it was a perfect opportunity to bring out my brand new long-range hunting rifle. I mean long range, I mean out west, okay? In Tennessee, we usually don't get past, probably 200 yards on a whitetail, but out west, it's not uncommon for people to take 500, 600, even 700 yards on large game animals. So this is the new Savage Ultralite Elite. I've known about this rifle for a while. They've been out for several months, but let me go over some of the features. When coming out with the Ultralite Elite, Savage wanted to come out with the ultimate lightweight, backpacking, out all day, mountain climbing rifle that is extremely light. I think they did a really good job at it. This rifle without an optic is around 5 pounds, and how they did it was simply this. They have a proof research barrel. This one is chambered in 6.5 PRC. If you know anything about proof research barrels, you know they are extremely accurate. Now, it does have the MDT chassis. This chassis is almost completely carbon fiber. Has a carbon fiber fore-end here, and it also has a carbon fiber grip, carbon fiber rear stock or the butt stock that you can change the length of pull. So it does come with a 1/4 inch insert, so if you want to length of pull a little bit longer, you can. I'm a tall guy, so I've got this length of pull all the way out. This thing is spray foam, and even the cheek weld here, or your comb, can be adjusted. It's got a nice little velvet texture here, and it is a very, very comfortable rifle to shoot. The trigger, yeah, you can increase it between 1.5 pounds and 4 pounds. Right now, my trigger is set at about 2.5 because I don't like hunting with the rifle out in the field under 2.5 pounds. Target rifle, that's fine, no problemo. On top of here, I have a worn bipod that my friends from Mid-South Shooter Supply sent me. It's a really good bipod. You can make your adjustments all one-handed, so which is really, really nice. You don't have to have 2 hands to adjust everything. And on top of here, I have my trigger cam, which you guys have seen before. But for optics, let's talk about the optics just for a second. These were sent to me by Optics Planet. This is the Leupold VX6 HD. It's got a 34mm tube, and it does have the fire dot. I have used the VX6 HD primarily as my large game or big games hunting scopes for probably about 5 years. They've never failed me. I have taken game, large game out to about 580 yards, 600 yards with this particular scope. And I have taken coyotes out to 960 yards with my 6.5 Creedmoor. But I have some targets set up downrange. I've got, I think, 5 or 6 Caldwell targets, and they vary between 200 to 300 to 400, 500, and all the way out to 1,000. So you're going to see exactly what I see since I'm kind of out here by myself filming this video. I'm going to turn on my trigger cam. You can see my targets downrange, and hopefully I'll get some hits. All right, let me open up a box of Federal Terminal Ascent. These are 130 grainers, muzzle velocity 3,000 feet per second. Now, even though this is a 20-inch barrel, I don't think this rifle is shooting 3,000 feet per second. I haven't had time to put it on the chronograph. It's shooting a little bit less than that, in my opinion. So these are really good bullets. I have taken big game out to very long distances, and one good thing about the Federal Ascent, Terminal Ascent, is that this particular bullet will actually expand on a game animal out to 1,100 yards. So, all right, let's load one up here. We're just going to single feed this. I'm going to turn on my cheat sheet. All right, because I don't have everything memorized. I'm going to get the custom dial from Leupold for this caliber, but when I get home, I'm going to measure how fast this bullet is actually going down this barrel where I can have a good turret to put on here, and it's going to be just right. So, all right, here we go. Let's turn this on. All right, the first target we're going to shoot is at 200 yards. These are Caldwell targets, 200 yards. I don't have to do much, 1.4. Okay, so I've got a white-tailed deer out there at 200 yards. And if I was prone, I could get a lot more steady, but all right, here we go. Center mass. All right, popped him right there behind the shoulder. All right. Get one more in him. 200 yards with this rifle. It's kind of boring. I'm gonna aim for that same bullet hole I just shot. To the left just a little bit. So that tells me, all right, that's why I'm shooting a left a little bit. I've got my dial a little bit to the left there. Okay, a little bit of wind out here. It's about a 10-mile-an-hour breeze, but it's at my back, but it is swirling downrange. All right, 300 yards. Where do I need to go here? 300, we need to go 3.4. Okay. And I never use, when I'm shooting long distance, I never use Kentucky windage, all right? I dial my scope, my windage, and my elevation, because if you start using Kentucky windage, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. All right, 300 yards. Should be a coyote. Mr. Coyote right there at 300 yards. Nailed him right behind the shoulder. Right there. So that was a good shot. 300 yards, pretty easy. All right, now let's go out to 400. 400, my dope is 5.8, but I'm actually going to give it probably about 6.2. My windage is pretty good. So 400 yards. All right, now I got to kind of sit on the rifle a little bit, take my time a little bit. There's 400 yards right there on that plate. Right dead center. All right, right up there by the neck. I think I went up a little bit too high. But yeah, 500, not a problem. Shoot one more. Well, actually, this is 400, not 500. Aim a little bit lower. Oh, knocked the sticker off. So yeah, I hit the sticker right in the middle. I was just going a little bit too high. Now that next target right behind it, it looks a lot bigger. That is a full-size IPSC target. The one here on the right is half size, but that is at 500, and that is a full size. So, all right, we're just gonna put one at 500 on it. And my 500 hold is 8.4. And I'm gonna give it 8.6. All right, should be pretty easy. Right dab in the middle. I'm talking right there where my fire dot is. That is where the bullet impacted. So way out there is 1,000 yards. All right, I'm gonna attempt this. All right, I'm gonna have to go to 29 MOA. All right, we'll give it a little bit more for my twist. Here we go. We're gonna try to see if we can hit 1,000 yards. May not. I did it earlier. I tried it a couple of times off camera, but you know, you hear me say that all the time. All right, 1,000 yards. Nope. Think I'm gonna give it a little bit more wind. Try it again. Nope. Can't tell where I'm going. All right, let me aim a little bit higher. Maybe hitting it a little low. We're going right under the target. I really can't spot my shot out here. Aim just a tad bit higher. Nope. All right, I'm gonna get this figured out to 1,000 and I'll be right back. So my hypothesis was true. This rifle is not firing 3,000 feet per second. It's actually firing a little bit lower than that. So I had dialed, my calculations told me to dial it for 27 MOA. That's way off. I'm actually dialing it for 34 MOA. So now I think we're good. So I was way off. I was shooting probably, I couldn't see it, but I was probably shooting about a 2 feet, 1.5 feet, 2 feet below my target. So, all right, now we should be doing better. I'll get rested in here. There it is. That's a right dead center hit at 1,000 yards. All right, twice or it's luck. There you go. 1,000 yards, pretty simple once you know your clicks. And again, when I get home, I'm going to put this thing on the chronograph, see exactly what my velocities are, then get my turret cut appropriately. But this rifle is so light. I can't believe it. You know, I'm going to go out to Wyoming and Colorado next year and go hunting on an elk hunt and mule deer and antelope. This will be the gun that I am packing in, because if you don't know it about me, I'm a big hunter. I do a lot of out west hunting. I just got back from northern Manitoba on a caribou hunt where we were averaging walking 14 miles a day. And you know, to a lot of people, if a rifle weighs 10 pounds, it's really no big deal. Because a lot of people just gets dropped off at a tree stand, they get up there, they're not really holding the rifle or hiking with it. But me being, I've been on bear hunts in Montana and elk hunts and everything all over the country. And when you're lagging a rifle around for 5, 10, 15, sometimes 20 miles a day, a rifle like this will come in very, very handy, especially on your back and knees. There's a couple of more features that I can talk about it. This bolt is cut out to reduce some weight. It's even got a carbon fiber bolt handle. Okay, well, not the bolt handle, but the knob is actually carbon fiber to reduce even more weight. And this is actually the ultimate setup for long range shooting, and also when you're out west or out south or north, wherever, anytime you're going to be putting in miles on animals, you're going to want this guy by your side. Another thing I didn't mention is, to break it down even more, you can simply press this button right here and this stock folds completely in. So now you have this right here that you can put down in your backpack. And of course you wouldn't have your trigger cam, you may have a suppressor. When I'm hunting and doing a lot of walking, I do not take a bipod. I only take a bipod when I'm shooting from the bench or prone. The reason why I don't is because usually you don't really have time to deploy the bipod, or it's not high enough. So usually what I like to do is just take my backpack off and lay prone. But yeah, it's a pretty cool design that they've done, that you can fold all this stuff up, put it in your backpack. You know, like I said, the rifle alone is around 5 pounds, but once you put optics on there, it's just a little bit more. But I've waited a long time for this rifle to put in my collection. This will be my go-to gun out west. But they also chambered this gun in .308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 7mm PRC, and also 300 Win Mag. So whatever floats your boat. I like the Creedmoor rounds. But if you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments below. Until next time, y'all be safe and keep blinking.